Have you noticed that even when you're trying hard, this one pattern keeps repeating? It's usually not because you're lazy or broken. Your brain is running a hidden rule that feels safe in the short term, but hurts you in the long term. If you don't catch this rule, you keep paying for it in focus, confidence, decisions, and time. In this video, I'll break it down in plain language and give you 3 practical shifts you can use today. No jargon, no fluff, just what works. You sit at your desk, open your laptop, and tell yourself, just 1 more month, then I'll decide. A month passes. Nothing changes. You say, I've already spent so much time on this, I can't quit now. And that sentence feels logical, but it is the exact moment your mind traps you. Most people think they stay because something is still valuable, but very often they stay because they already paid a price. Time, energy, money, emotion, reputation, and the bigger that price feels, the harder it becomes to walk away. This is one of the most dangerous decision errors in human psychology. It silently controls careers, relationships, business choices, study plans, even life direction. And the painful part is this: smart people are not immune. In fact, smart people often get trapped longer because they can create better arguments to defend a bad decision. Today, I want to show you exactly how this trap works in plain language, why it feels so convincing, and how to break it with a practical reset you can use immediately. Let's start with one simple truth that can save years of your life. A cost that is already paid cannot be recovered by staying. Read that again in your mind. A cost that is already paid cannot be recovered by staying. If you spent 3 years in the wrong path, staying for a 4th year does not recover the first 3. It only adds 1 more year to the same loss. Your brain says, don't waste what you already spent. Reality says, don't add new losses to old losses. This is why it is called the sunk cost trap. Sunk means the cost has already gone under the water. It's gone. You can learn from it, but you cannot get it back by continuing the same mistake. Now here is where people get confused. Leaving does not mean those years meant nothing. Leaving means you stop paying extra for a lesson you already learned. Think about a bad movie. You pay for the ticket. After 40 minutes, it is terrible. You have 2 choices: stay and lose 2 more hours, or leave and save your evening. If you stay, do you get your money back? No, you just lose more time because your mind hates the feeling of wasted ticket. Life decisions work the same way, just bigger and slower. Maybe someone stays in a career they hate because they already spent years building it. Maybe someone stays in a relationship that keeps breaking them because they have history. Maybe a founder keeps funding a failing idea because they already invested too much. Maybe a student keeps pushing through a wrong degree only because quitting feels like failure. In each case, the mind repeats one sentence: I can't stop now. I've already come this far. But distance is not direction. You can walk very far in the wrong direction. So why does this trap feel so powerful? First, your brain hates losses more than it enjoys gains. Losing 100 hurts more than gaining 100 feels good. So when quitting feels like accepting a loss, the emotional pain is intense. To avoid that pain, people keep going, even when they know deep down it is not working. Second, your identity becomes attached to the decision. When you spend years on something, it becomes part of your self-image. Now, quitting doesn't feel like changing strategy. It feels like, I was wrong about who I am. And ego resists that. Third, public commitment makes it worse. When family, friends, or colleagues know your path, changing it feels embarrassing. People fear being judged as inconsistent, so they choose private suffering over public adjustment. Fourth, false hope keeps the loop alive. Every now and then you get a small positive sign. One good week, one kind message, one small sale, one tiny improvement. Your brain says, "See, it might work." And because the reward is unpredictable, it becomes addictive, like pulling a slot machine again and again. Fifth, the familiar feels safer than the unknown. Even painful certainty can feel safer than uncertain freedom. So people stay stuck, not because staying is good, but because leaving feels unclear. Now, if you're listening carefully, this can sound heavy, so let's make it practical. How do you know if you are in a sunk cost trap right now? Ask yourself this one question. If I were starting fresh today with what I know now, would I choose this again? Not 5 years ago, not with old hopes. Today, with current facts, would you choose this again? If your honest answer is no, that is your signal. Many people avoid this question because they fear what it will reveal. But this question does not destroy your life. It clarifies your life. Now, I want to give you a simple reset you can use whenever you feel confused. It's a 3-question exit test. You can use it for career decisions, relationships, projects, commitments, anything. Question 1. What future value is still realistic from this point onward? Notice the wording, from this point onward. Not what you hoped in the past, not what you already spent, what is realistically possible ahead based on evidence, not emotion. Question 2. What is the real cost of continuing for the next 6 to 12 months? Write it down. Not just money, energy, mental health, missed opportunities, self-respect, time with people you love. Most people only calculate visible costs and ignore invisible damage. Question 3. If my best friend was in my exact situation, what would I advise? This question is powerful because it removes ego noise. You become wiser when you advise others than when you protect your own pride. If these 3 answers point toward exit, then the decision is clear. What remains is courage and transition planning. And this is important. Leaving does not have to be dramatic. You can exit wisely, step by step. Reduce before you resign. You can test alternatives before you announce. You can set a timeline instead of impulsive quitting. You can protect your finances while protecting your sanity. The goal is not emotional reaction. The goal is clean decision-making. Now let's handle the fear that usually appears here. People say, "But if I leave now, all those years were wasted." No, those years were tuition. You paid for knowledge about yourself, your values, your limits, your strengths, your blind spots. That knowledge is not waste. It becomes waste only if you refuse to use it. Another fear. What if I leave and regret it? Fair fear, but ask the reverse question too. What if I stay and regret another 5 years? Regret from change can heal fast because it creates movement. Regret from stagnation is heavier because it keeps repeating daily. Another fear. People will think I failed. Some might, but mature people will see what really happened. You updated your decision using better information. That is not failure. That is intelligence in action. Let me give you a small mental shift that can change everything. Stop asking, how do I justify the past? Start asking, how do I protect the future? The past needs acceptance. The future needs strategy. When you shift from past justification to future protection, your decisions become cleaner, calmer, and stronger. You don't need to erase your old chapter. You need to stop living in it. Maybe this topic is hitting you personally right now. If yes, breathe. You don't need to solve your whole life tonight. Just make one honest move. Write the 3 exit questions. Answer them without performance. Choose one action in the next 48 hours, one conversation, one boundary, one plan, one clear next step. Because clarity without action becomes another trap. Your life does not change when insight appears. It changes when insight is acted on. And remember this line anytime your mind says, "But I already spent too much." You are not deciding what the past was worth. You are deciding what your future is worth. The strongest people are not the ones who never change direction. They are the ones who can admit reality early, adjust intelligently, and move with dignity. So if something in your life is only alive because of old investment, not real value, don't call that loyalty. Call it what it is, a cognitive trap. Then step out of it. If this gave language to something you've been feeling for a long time, keep this message close. Come back to it when doubt returns, and when you're ready, we'll go deeper into the next trap that silently controls decisions. Why the brain defends beliefs even when reality proves them wrong. Until then, protect your future more than your past. That one shift can save years.